My Holganix story is...
This is my Holganix story.
My Holganix story is this.
Yeah, backing off nitrogen's a big deal for me on corn because I've tried it in the past and you see those yellow spots show up in July and it's too late to fix. And so, but the last 2 years we've been gradually dropping 20 pounds of anhydrous, 25 pounds, and we've backed off probably, now we're probably 30 or 40 pounds an acre less anhydrous than we had been using up till 2 years ago. So gradually stair-stepping it down and seeing the results. Still raising the best corn we've ever raised and doing it with less nitrogen.
And then with the way the farm economy's been, it's like, hey, we really got to cut fertilizer. We got to cut expenses to make things cash flow. And so we were like, hey, the last thing we want to do is cut fertilizer, and because that's going to cut yield is what we always thought. That's kind of what you're taught, I guess, is less fertilizer, less yield. And so when we had that tough decision of, hey, we got to cut something, we got to do something, let's cut fertilizer, but let's use Holganix, that made us feel better as far as in maybe it's not going to hurt our yield. And lo and behold, Dad's the one that kind of went all in on it and dropped his in like 40 units. And we all like, I don't know, that's pretty crazy. And then this year, 25 going into it, where we all cut our personal fields in down just because we've seen firsthand what it did to his farms. And so it was kind of a testament right there to us that there is something to it and it does work.
We're actually seeing a better yield increase after we cut back our fertilizer, so we're lowering our input costs and we're still getting better yields. So it's kind of a difference maker, I guess, in the farming industry.
And we farm ground that's quite marginal. Some of it's pretty steep. We run a Hilco combine, and they said, give us your, marginal acres, your tougher acres, and it's proved it does work there.
Sand spots that we had usually never get anything off of, we got 10 to 15 bushel of beans off of that, and normally I'm lucky if I get 3 or 4.
I farm clay soils, hilly ground, and on my dry land, we're always battling, need that one more rain. 40 hundredths rain would have made, on one farm, caught 40 hundredths, made another 50 bushel. So we applied 1,500 acres that first fall. I put it on all my dry land, and we did some half pivots.
And we love to combine our corn between 30 and 25%. It just seems like that's where the yield's at. That's the sweet spot of it. And we're out there combining, and it looks like it's, I don't know, July. The corn's green as can be, but the moisture's coming down quicker than what it should, honestly. It almost looks like we're out there chopping silage with our corn combines, but the moisture drops down and we're in that 27% range just like we want to be. It just seems like the plant health is healthier and greener. I don't know, there's something to it. It's hard to describe.
It looks green and the plant looks so healthy, but it actually still dries down really quickly, just with the rest of the stuff.
And stay green I couldn't believe we was getting down towards the end, and I got a picture on my phone yet, November 13th, and I didn't know if the corn was even drying down. It looked, I got green leaves just almost up to the ear from the bottom up yet. Just the healthiest looking field, and tassels all in. And it was 18 moisture corn, but the plant health was just, that's what you dream of picking. Yeah.
One of the biggest places I seen a difference was increased soil tilth, the ground softer in the spring.
Early spring, I was cutting trees on fence lines, driving across the field with a tractor and loader, and tractor was sinking in. I'm like, must have had a good freeze-thaw effect. Drove on the other side where the Holganix wasn't used, and I wasn't sinking in. Didn't think about it, and then it dawned on me, well, I sprayed Holganix on this side. And so it just helped with the soil compaction.
We also did some testing. We chopped a fair amount of silage, compared it to some other products. Holganix proved to be 2 ton an acre better at the end of the day.
We always are interested in being competitive. We tractor pull, we have the NCGA plots, and just the competitiveness always runs into us. So when we were doing our NCGA plot in 24 there, we were looking at what can we put on there to give us a little bit of advantage over everyone else. Just we're trying to go for the highest yield we've ever had. And so when we were running what numbers and what we were going to mix and what we were going to put on that field, we decided to go with the Holganix fall and spring application and just go all out with that, because any little bit that we can get to free up more nutrients for that plant to uptake is going to turn into yield. And so that's what we did. We put the fall program down and the spring program down, and when we got in there to harvest time, I mean, I think I can speak for both of us. It was wild when we got in there, and we ended up getting our highest yield yet. We broke 400. I think my brother's yield plot came in at 405, and it had the spring and fall application of Holganix on it. And so it's just every little thing you can do to try to increase yield. And it was just, I don't think it's a coincidence that the fall and spring application was both down on that ground that we set our new record with. So
we saw it right away is deteriorating them stalks. Right now, it was black. They were turning black. They were just crumbling. Now, I've been out there in the field. We didn't do any disking last fall. It froze up too quick. We didn't get her done. We've been out in the fall. Now we've been out in this winter time, and I've checked the fields. The stalks are just deteriorating. I mean, it's still, even but it's froze and everything else, they're black, they're turning black, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what it's going to do.
I got a hired man that does most of the bean drilling, and we had put this Holganix on in the fall. So this spring he's no-till drilled in it. We've got a 1990 John Deere air seeder, and he called me up and wanted to know if we put it on there because the stalks just were pulverized, absolutely. Just nothing to them. I said, yes, we put that on in the fall. So we will continue to do that for sure.
And then the person might have been skeptical when we first started, but the knowledge of you folks was a sell in itself. You know, everybody knew what they're talking about and explained everything.
Excited about using the fall product and the spring product together, and see where it goes from here.
and then you get the benefit of increasing your soil health and the yield on top of it. It's a no-brainer. You don't really have anything to lose by trying. I mean, just get it on your field and try it.
The product is great. It's not foo-foo juice. It really does work. And I'm proud to be associated with this group.